Let's start our discussion, as I've mentioned in the introduction, that it is the month of Rajab, and we know 27th Rajab is appearing very soon. Now, if you can touch on the importance of 27th of Rajab, Isra al-Mi'raj, and what is the significance of that day or night for us as Muslim even today, and what lessons can we derive from this important historical fact, Sheikh?
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وعلى آله وصحبه ومن والاه واتبع هداه أما بعد. First and foremost, we thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, who is Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim, the most merciful, the most kind, who has given each one of us the tawfiq to be able to gather and develop our relationship with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Every single month is virtuous to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, whether it's the month of Muharram, whether it's the month of Rajab, whether it's the month of Sha'ban, and so on and so forth. Every single month is virtuous to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. No doubt there are 4 months that have greater virtue than the other months. The month of Rajab is the month before Sha'ban and the month before Ramadan. Okay, so Sha'ban is before Ramadan and Rajab is before Sha'ban. This is surely a time for us to start really thinking about the month of Ramadan, prepare ourselves physically, mentally, spiritually for the month of Ramadan. And we know from the life of the Sahaba that they used to prepare 6 months prior to the month of Ramadan. So we only have perhaps 2 months remaining in our hands to prepare for the month of Ramadan. You've brought to surface a very important point, and that is significance of 27th of Rajab. It is said by many of the pious predecessors that on this particular date, the Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam, the ascension took place within his life. And this is a matter of dispute, and there is difference of opinion regarding this. And there are perhaps even 6 or 7 dates in regards to when the actual Mi'raj, the Isra, took place, whether it's the 27th, whether it's in the month of Ramadan, and some even said it took place outside of the month of Rajab. So there is a difference of opinion. Ala kullin, however, we say that the Isra, the Mi'raj that took place in the life of the Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam was surely an incident that would bring honor not only to the Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam but also to the followers of the Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he honored Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam by gifting him such a gift that he would not give this gift to any other prophet. Other prophets wanted to see Allah Jalla wa ala, such as Musa alayhi salam. But what's interesting with the Messenger sallallahu alayhi wasallam, Allah Jalla wa ala, he brought the Messenger on this beautiful journey, as mentioned in the beginning of Surah Bani Israel, Surah Isra, Subhanalladhi asra bi'abdihi laylan min al-masjid al-haram ila al-masjid al-aqsa. And the ayah goes on where Allah Jalla wa ala, he reminds us that it is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala who took his Habib on this amazing journey, a journey where he would bring back a gift for us, a gift that will be the very salvation for us in the hereafter, and that is our prayer. Barakallahu fiqh.
Thank you very much for that beautiful introduction, Sheikh. Now, you have mentioned about difference of opinion there. Now, before I move on to the actual or more details about the Isra al-Mi'raj, why is it that, or what will you say when you hear such a question, that majority of the things, or some may say some, that there is always a difference of opinion? Say, for example, the birth of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, the month of Rajab, or the Isra al-Mi'raj, the date. Now, what is the logic or hikmah behind these differences of opinion?
Firstly, we have to understand that this is a historical event. This event took place in the time of the Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam, where they didn't really record specific dates. Okay, we know after the Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he migrates to Medina, and then the Hijri calendar begins from there, from the time of Umar ibn al-Khattab, to be more specific. But prior to that, okay, there wasn't this particular recording of dates. Okay, so when we talk about the birth of the Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam, it is found in the books of history. He was born during the year of the elephant. So they would connect dates to major incidents that took place during their time. Okay, and this is why we find a difference of opinion, because the Messenger ﷺ did not clearly state that I went to Mi'raj on such a date. Had he mentioned it clearly, then we would have that specific date mentioned to us through a chain of narration. We find the accounts of different scholars, especially muwarrikhin, the historians who specialize in this field, such as Ibn Athir, such as Imam Ibn Kathir in his Al-Bidayah wal-Nihaya, so on and so forth. Ibn Hisham, Ibn Ishaq, they record these different opinions in their respected books on Islamic history, and this is why we find the difference of opinion. I want to mention that when you study Islamic theology, you will come to know that the dates are not more significant to us than the actual event. Our main focus should be on the event, the maqsad, the purpose of all of those events taking place. We shouldn't really attach ourselves to the date so much. Why? Because the event is more important to us than the actual date. Wallahu a'lam.